Darlene Nipper, Deputy Executive Director of the National Gay and Lesbian Task Force. This woman has done so many things in her short lifetime than half of us can imagine doing in 7 lifetimes. Darlene, pleasure to meet you. Pleasure. It's an honor. Okay, so how would you compare this event to creating change and something like that? Like, what would you say to women, but where is that different?
Well, the thing about creating change is that creating change is an opportunity for us to come together to talk about the issues and to learn and train each other and learn how to create change in the world. And it's very specific around, doing workshops and sessions and so on. Now, of course, we do that mixed in with a lot of fun.
Right.
We try to make sure we have great entertainment, opportunities for people to have free space with each other, poetry, even karaoke and that kind of thing. But the reality is the focus of it is about creating change in the world so that LGBT people can live free from discrimination.
Correct.
So that's the main focus. Whereas this is about us sort of being in a place that's safe where we can live out that reality.
Right.
But it's not about training each other on how to do that
right.
and how to create change, say, at the government level, at the state level, at the federal level,
right.
that kind of stuff.
How important would it be for the task force to kind of start making their mark here in environments like these, especially for women?
Yeah, I think it's critical because see, the thing about it is, in an environment like this, Meghan, what you have is you have thousands of people, and of course, everybody cares about the issues. We may be here for an opportunity to kick back, to relax, to talk to each other, to just mingle and relax, but we all know what we face when we're out in the world.
Right. What do we do? How do we stay active in our community?
Well, it's a challenge, I mean, I think that some people, first of all, I think that every person has the right to determine, based on their life experiences, when they can and should and are safe to come out and share who they are. And at the same time, I also believe that it really helps all of us if people would talk about and share the reality of their lives with people who are just around them, whether it's family members, friends, neighbors, the person in the grocery store, just to be yourself, to show up as who you really are. And we're trying to create that world. As far as what to do in the community, I think that one of the great things that the task force can bring to something like this is to help to share with people information so that when they go back to their communities, they have activities and actions that they can participate in. So that's the beauty of us being here. We can talk to them about the kinds of things that they can do, places where they can reach out, how to help to pass non-discrimination ordinances in their hometowns where they may feel unsafe, and how to connect with each other and other people in the community who might be allies for those issues, because we have a lot of allies. A person doesn't have to be a lesbian in order to care about these issues. A lot of times it's a family member. A lot of times it's just somebody who just like us, feels that society should be open and free for everyone. So one of the things that's happening here is that I just go around, I'm talking to people, and I'm hearing from them, this is the kind of stuff that I'm dealing with in my community, and I really wish that there was an organization like a task force that would take this up. So either I will tell them, oh, we do that. Did you know that we do that? And they go, oh my gosh, yes. Or if we don't, it helps to inform what I choose to do as the leader of an organization that does this kind of work.
And therefore, and then you bring it to attention to the staff, and you're like, look, we need to get this out here. That's an issue that's going on.
Absolutely. Like for women, one of the things that I've been hearing a lot from women is in pockets, people talking about the health issues that they've been facing.
Yeah, really, tell me about that.
Well, I've heard people talk about things like cancer, people talking about mental health issues, talking about stress and depression, talking about issues of raising their families, raising their kids as lesbian women. And I feel like that's making me think a little bit more intently about how we can bring a health institute and a mental health institute to creating change in one of the coming years, where we just released a national transgender survey of 6,500 people, and the suicide rates amongst trans women were astronomical.
Really?
Way higher than anyone else in society. The attempts of suicide. Same is true for our young people. Young lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people attempt suicide at higher rates than others. So those are issues that we have to talk about in our community, because there's a level of stress that comes along with dealing with the kinds of discrimination and stigma that we face in society. And I think also just people having to somehow hide who they are, or feeling like they can't be themselves in society, really holding that in. And we really need to talk a little bit more about and help to address the health issues that we're facing. I think both, the reason why I'm talking about health and mental health together, because I think they're really related. So a lot of times for some people, the stress and everything that's going on is manifested and comes out in a health issue.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it comes out, with the depression and the other things that we're dealing with. So I think all of it needs to be addressed, and I think it would be really, really important for us to begin to look at those kinds of issues.